Yeah. But it's also probably going to wake the kiddos up. Hail just makes it a little bit louder.
Yeah.
So
I love being home when it's hailing.
I know.
We're never at home.
Right. Very, very rarely.
Yeah.
And I jump up and run in every single time.
It's like I'm 5 years old again.
Right.
It's hailing. My wife's like, what's wrong with you? And I go, I don't know.
Do you still put it in the freezer?
I just go out and eat it.
There you go. You just chew on it.
Throw it in my drink.
I usually text my
Cheers.
husband. I'm like, put some in the freezer so I can see it when I get home.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I've asked her to do that, too. She's like, I'm not going out there. And I'm like,
right.
Okay. Anyway.
Do you love me or not?
I know. All right, so now coming into Deer Creek, the line extends from there down to Mustang, down to Chickasha, advancing east of the Lightning. There's a decent hail core now coming up to Four Corners, which is right there. That's going to be some small hail. Don't get me wrong, that's small hail, but that's going to go right down Waterloo Road, it looks like. It might make its way over to Oak Tree, but not large hail. But it's going to be small hail and then a little bit larger hail down here just south of Union City. That's the one that Val's on, and then we have Hank right here. So once again, everything moving east at about 30 miles per hour. And none of this is severe, okay? None of this is severe currently. All right, but we'll take it. We'll take all the rain we can get. All right, let's back out if you can. You getting all figured out over there? Down to Lawton?
Yes, I am. Mark's changing my IFB batteries. He's getting it.
Oh, well, wake him up first.
I had to. I had to wake him up.
Wake up, Mark. We need an IFB battery changed out.
It's my earpiece for people at home. It's an earpiece that we listen to.
That's what you can hear. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Mark.
But we're good.
Yeah, we're good. All right. So the line, again, no longer severe, running from Kansas through Oklahoma, through the metro, West Metro now, down to west of Lawton. No warnings in effect. The tornado watch continues, but the rain is making its way through.
Thanks, Mark. From
west to east and getting loud now, coming into the west sides of Oklahoma City. It's already been in the West Metro for the last 2 hours. I mean, it's been out here forever, but making its way into the West Metro. Lightning, thunder, small hail, winds 40 miles per hour, could have a gust of 50 as it makes its way through Oklahoma City. Let's go back to Val Castor's shot, and we'll jump back into that. Let's go back to Val's shot here, and there's the hail, and that's going to be nickel and dime, and a lot of it. And we'll see if it would go a little bit longer here. That'll start to cover the ground, but just about when that starts to get a little bit much, it'll start to end, and it'll just get light, and it'll just go back to rain, and that'll be it. But it's going to go a little while longer there.
Yeah, that core is definitely increased here in the last 5-10 minutes as it's coming over Minco.
Now it's South Union City, so that's coming into Canadian County right now, and Val's not in the biggest hail currently.
Yeah. Let's go back to Lynx 1 here, and Val's still in Minco. Okay. So, yeah, the biggest. Well, turn on hail sizes here. Val's in the small.
I'm going to turn this lightning off.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
You're right.
So.
Okay, that's not updated yet. That's going to be a little bit delayed because that core's come up. Are you on live?
This is our live right here.
Okay.
And it may just be that it's a whole lot of hail, maybe not necessarily bigger hail, just more of it. But that's what's coming into Canadian County. And I'll kind of turn on the streets here for you, David.
Yeah. Okay, so Union City, this is down Highway 152, Southwest 44th, Southwest 59th. Okay, and then we have Banner Road right here. Right, so and again, in between Banner and back to 81, that's your hail core. And we have Evans Road, Radio Street, right? And then there's Reno Avenue to the north.
Just updated.
Cimarron, and there it is. That's pretty good hail core. Coming down 152, okay? That's pretty good hail core. Now that's gonna for sure come into the, well, it's already in the Southwest Metro, but this is gonna come into Southwest Oklahoma City.
Between Banner and Cimarron Road, just south of Highway 152.
Yep, there's your box. So 152 on the north side, Banner on the west, Cimarron on the east. And it's going to go down 52 for a while. So you folks in Mustang, you might have some of this. That's going to be a lot of hail. That might turn the ground white. Probably will turn the ground white. How far is Hank to the north of that?
Hank is up on I-40. Another hail core just to the south. And just since we've got that increasing, I'm going to go through velocity, David, while you're...
Let's go ahead. Let's see what it looks like.
Just to see
if
anything strengthening.
No, nothing.
Nothing
too crazy.
Spinning.
No, not crazy.
It's great.
But it's a west wind. The green is the wind blowing towards the radar, okay? So this is a west wind. Let's query some of that, see what you think. Obviously, our trackers are confirming what our radar is showing in here. And we've had winds, 30, 40 miles per hour. And we're still even up a little bit, so these are going to be a little bit hot. 58, nope. 37, there you go. 43, radar beam is up. So not quite. Yeah, 30 to 40 we buy. But, and this is real data. You're just, 1,000, 1,500 feet off the ground. Nobody lives there. Doesn't matter. But sometimes you can take this wind and you can drop it down. It will come down to the surface. So, but that's what we do. We scan for all the winds. So winds 30, maybe 40. Lightning and thunder. New hail core going up in south of Piedmont. That's new. So the hail is definitely increasing as it's coming into Oklahoma City. Storm strength's increasing west of Piedmont. The cores are getting a little bit larger. This core is for sure coming up now between Union City, the one that Val's been on, and the hail. Okay? And the hail there is going to be getting a little bit larger. Okay, but there's your line. There's your gust front. Now that's gusting out. So that'll take the tornado threat out of this line, at least for now, for sure.
Yeah, north sides of Oklahoma County.
Yep, from here north. See that green line? That's the gust front. So that's undercut the storms. Air's not flowing into the storm anymore at the surface. At the mid-levels and lower levels above our heads it is, but at the surface, and that's what matters, is that you have a northwest to a west wind coming out of the storm, which will take away that tornado threat, at least with that line, part of the line, okay? All right, so heavy rain, getting a little bit lighter in El Reno. Heaviest rain now runs from Guthrie down to Yukon, down to Tuttle, and that'll be making its way east, and it's just going to keep chugging east. So let's get a storm track.
That's what I was just looking at.
Ready, and still thinking about 30, 35.
I just measured it, and it's moved about 7 miles in 15 minutes, so about 28 miles an hour now.
Okay, slowed down some.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely has slowed down some.
Yeah, it's good for rain, though.
Yeah.
Let it slow down. So, yeah, it's just, yeah. And the rain is filling in nicely, Justin. They're behind it. Mm-hmm. Back out to, yeah, Watonga and back out to Cherokee Trading Post and west
Especially
there a little bit.
How I was noticing that line that's on the west side of the metro, how it still kinks back off towards the southwest. Down towards Lawton, Snyder, that's still going to lift to the north, so it might prolong the rainfall here across the metro even longer than that as that second wave comes up to the northeast. So a nice rain.
Yeah.
We will take it in early March to see this kind of rainfall.
Yeah, this is a good rain. I mean, April or May, yeah, it'd be a good rain, but this is a good rain for how early it is, right? I mean, yeah, we'll take all this we can get. Val, is he in hail again? Is he back in hail? It looks like maybe he
has not said anything.
Okay. Well, that's,
He can probably talk to you.
well, if he's not saying anything, he's not in hail.
He says, nah.
Good point.
Okay.
Great point.
Yeah. If it's just rain, he won't talk.
Yeah, if there was
rain.
one little hailstone in that rain, he would be talking about it.
I know,
right now.
for sure. All right, so Jeremy now, Jeremy now's in the Northwest Metro. Let's go back to Jeremy Carter and bring Jeremy back in, and he's positioned here. I can see the gust front. And Jeremy, what's your wind direction there? What are your winds so far? Are you still looking at about 35? Can you get up to 40 with that wind?
No, it'll be good to get 25, David, for now. But it has been intermittent. The main gust front's well to my east. We got a west wind, and really all of Edmond is in a process of getting to a point where they got a west wind. So these storms are not really a big threat at this point to Edmond. It's all going to be undercut. Back to you, David.
All right, nice job, Jeremy. So Jeremy again in northwest Oklahoma County here. He's up near West Edmond, northwest Oklahoma City, up in the Deer Creek area, close to it. And he's just kind of making his way off to the east as it makes its way into Edmond. So, hey, Justin, let's keep him a little farther north from now as well. Just keep him going east.
Who, Jeremy?
Yeah, okay. Just keep him because he's the guy up north. So let's have him keep going east. And Hank, we'll have him keep going east as well, and Val, and also Brandon and Tom.
Yeah, the line's moving just under 30 miles an hour. So Edmond, it's coming into West Edmond very shortly.
145.
Downtown, 145. Blanchard, 154. Downtown OKC, 150. Arcadia, 2 o'clock, and then coming into Norman by about 2:15 is the latest track.
Yeah, and that's a little bit later than what it was by about 10 to 15 minutes. It was
slowed
just a
down
little
by
bit, a little
10
bit
miles
faster.
or so.
So it's come down some. All right, so not a tornado threat, and looking at this line here, we're looking. And it's not really as smooth as what it was. It's a little more ragged. And we don't see anything kind of sticking its head out right now. So
And Hank has an update for you.
Okay, let's go back to
In
Hank.
Yukon.
And Hank should be in some hail or pretty close to it. He's not far from it. That's kind of a horizontal rain. Go ahead, Hank, give us an update out in Yukon.
Frisco Road, and earlier in El Reno, I let the core come over me, and I had winds of about 40. I am getting winds here 50, maybe above 50. So the winds have increased. Maybe it could be core enhanced winds, perhaps, and we're also getting some small hail with it. But definitely see an uptick in the wind that is coming into the southwest or to the west in the southwest metro right now, David. You see it in the shot blowing horizontally there. That's a southwest wind that's blowing pretty good. Back to you.
All right. Nice job. Yeah, so southwest wind blowing in right on the rain and right behind the rain. So the wind's going to pick up. It's a pretty good wind there. It's pretty gusty. And that is going to overspread all of Oklahoma City with the heavy rain, lightning, and thunder. And, yeah, there you go. And the small hail, but no damaging hail right now. So we'll bring it on in. Let's go back to Lynx 1. And here it comes. This is going to be Lake Hefner and Lake Overholser right here. And again, everything is coming right down Highway 66 now at a pretty good clip. Now coming into the outlet shops, right? And heavy rain, lots of lightning and thunder. And it's just going to keep marching east, but nothing tornadic along the line, and nothing is looking tornadic along the line as these storms come on in. The biggest hail, largest hail, is going to be now over Southwest 59th between there and Southwest 44th and Highway 4. This is where some of your bigger hail is going to be, and even that's going to be nickel and dime. There might be a little bit bigger hail in that as it makes its way coming into southwest Oklahoma City, okay? Lillard Park. This hail is going to be probably, I think it's going to pass south of the outlet shops. But either way, southwest Oklahoma City, you'll get this hail, okay? It'll be mainly small hail, but you'll hear it tapping off the windows and off the roof and things like that. All right, so let's back out of this just a second here and give you the big view, kind of the oversight view of what's going on with the line.
Okay, I'll show you real quick, too, if you want, David.
Yeah, what do you
the
got?
Camera view, just so you can see the gust front coming into the metro.
Yep. What
on
camera
our
is this?
Integris cam.
Okay. There it is. Yeah, nice.
There it is.
Yeah, there's your gust front. That's the leading edge of the wind and the rain.
And then this is our American Fidelity cam, so
Right
it's a
there.
Broadway extension pointed west.
A little bit harder to tell, but there it is. Nice shot. Nice shot.
So that's what's coming in at the moment.
Yep. And
Everything kind of moving one direction, nothing spinning.
No, that's our American Fidelity cam, by the way. And again, that's Hefner Parkway. And no, American Fidelity, excuse me, Broadway extension in Britain, not Integris cam. But either way, both shots look the same, right? Looking off to the gust front, nothing crazy. Still nothing spinning along the line. We have a couple showers, maybe sprinkles trying to develop over in the East Metro, but not worried about it. Not right now. And this is the only thing we're talking about now coming into Oklahoma City. All right, so let's back out.
There's your big view.
Kind of give you the big view here. And strongest storms up north are now east of Ponca City, east of Perry, now coming in on Stillwater. Nothing severe. Some small hail, lightning and thunder into Stillwater. And then from there down to the metro, coming obviously through the metro. We've been talking about it. Down to Chickasha, right along I-44, down to Lawton. And this is just going to keep moving east. And notice how this is starting to pinwheel through. That's really starting to change shape. I'll say that. And becoming more north to south as the main energy is starting to come out. But there's still lots of rain down in here, which is great. What about lightning here the last couple of hours? Anything? I just maybe show the state view on lightning. Anything?
Your view in the show?
If you have it.
Yep.
All right, there it is. Well, that's still not up. That's weird.
Hang on. It is weird.
I don't know what
We
happened.
can fix
to
it.
What'd you do to
I'll
my,
do 3 hours.
What'd you do to my graphic? I might have changed that earlier. I might have
There
gone
we
in
go.
there and.
It looks like you've been tinkering.
You know,
There you go.
That never happens.
It's always scary. We talk about it all the time. If he gets quiet and he's sitting over there at his computer,
I know.
Payne's up to
we
something.
know.
When I change all kinds of stuff and just tell you guys, oh, hey,
Hey, by the way, took that up 2 clicks.
can I change this? No? All right.
That's back 3 hours.
Okay, there you go. That's
So
a
when the
lot.
storm started and then back to the west.
Yeah, 22,000. It's a lot of strikes, and obviously coming into the city now. So lightning has come down. It's not going to be anything like this when it comes into the city. It was really crazy earlier when these things took out. I mean, it was really crazy. So that's come down. All right. Lynx 1, we'll stay with that. Take a look at radar and give you the big view. What does he have?
Just in chat, Sammy in Southwest Mustang has lost power. So there is some power outages out there in the Mustang area.
What's our power outage map look like? Is it still just, what's going on with you?
Here, I bet it on Lynx 2.
Kind of got worried there for a second.
I know. I promise it's going to be okay. There you go. That's all we have so far on Lynx 2.
I don't hear you.
Yeah, I don't hear you.
Okay. Now I do. You sound great. Okay.
There we go. That's the latest power outage on Lynx 2. We don't have any reported yet. So
I
it's
see it.
delayed just a little bit.
Yeah, that's from earlier too. 300 Dewey. That's from those earlier storms probably. Crazy lightning. Okay. So we've got a few power outages here and there, but we're doing okay. We're doing great. All right. Lynx 1. And here's a line, again, moving through from west to east.
And he also had pea-sized hail in Mustang, so.
Sammy did?
Yeah.
Okay. Sammy didn't go out today?
Guess not.
Okay. I thought he was with Brandon. All right. Okay, so again, Marty is up north, kind of got you covered up here in the Enid area. Down the line, storms, again, running from Stillwater down to Oklahoma City, down to Chickasha. The tornado watch continues along and out ahead of this line, but there is nothing spinning right now that we're worried about, and these storms are not severe, right? But it is loud out there, so we've stayed on with you here just to kind of give you the update as this goes ahead and pushes across the city. But all in all, the trend is good. The trend has just been, they weaken and they've just held their own, which we're still getting the nice rains. We're still getting some thunder, some lightning, and we're still getting some small hail. But if you're waking up with this now, a lot of people are getting up. This storm is now moving to the highest populated area in the state of Oklahoma. And so a lot of folks are waking up. Oh boy, here we go. What do we got going on? Well, we have a thunderstorm and a whole line running from Kansas to Texas, moving through the metro as well, down to Chickasha. That is not severe. Winds 40 miles per hour and some small hail and quite a bit of lightning and thunder. But that's why we're still on. Just want to, those that have gone to bed and you're waking up right now and you're thinking, okay, hang on, what's going on here? Yes, we are watching it. Very small hail cores running from, again, west of Stillwater up to Lake McMurtry. Let's go a little farther north.
Okay.
Just up into Payne County, leave that. Yeah, good rains up here. Blackwell, Ponca City, Marlin, Red Rock. Nice rain, not severe. The leading edge is now coming into Osage County and again, Pawnee County. Nothing crazy. All right, let's come back down the line. Perry, looking good. Covington, looking great. Marshall, Guthrie, you're in the rain now. It's going to have some small hail in Guthrie. Lightning and thunder. Lightning is not crazy, though. Hail cores are not crazy. We've had some hail in Deer Creek, went right through Deer Creek now, and coming into far northwest Oklahoma City and West Edmond, and then more scattered, smaller hail from there. But there's Oak Tree, light rain coming into Oak Tree. There's your gust front. It's out ahead of it. So that tornado threat is gone with that. Okay, so good rains, light rain now at Mitch Park, heavier rain. Going to be back to Portland or 74, and then from there back to Deer Creek, running from Waterloo back down to northwest 206, down to 178th, and then down to northwest 74. So it's just going to be some, again, small hail. Okay, Quill Springs Mall, seeing some light rain there. Okay, back to the southwest, and hail core, Northwest Highway or Highway 3 between Britton and Wilshire, and then really all the way down to War Acres back to Northwest 50th. So there's going to be some hail in there, small hail. Hail back in here, Northwest 50th, right in here, coming out of Eastern Canadian County. And there's going to be the hail core running from War Acres back down to north of the fairgrounds. Just some small hail. Nothing crazy. Okay, so that's going to be coming across the heart of Oklahoma City. So a good chunk of the metro is going to have hail, but it's just going to be small hail right now, not damaging hail. Okay, small hail as it makes its way through the metro. All right, let's go a little further south.
Okay. More
Norman, decent hail core, southwest metro. Right, there's Will Rogers, just west of Will Rogers, southwest 74, southwest 59th, between county line south, Oklahoma, Cleveland County, and 152, and county line west. So kind of a cluster of just small hail, nothing crazy. Okay, let's go a little further south and down the line here. Newcastle Casino, it's coming. Rain for you, but nothing out of control. Here comes Val. Now, Val's going down State Highway 37.
And Tom is in Newcastle. He's right by the casino. Also ahead of it.
Yeah, he certainly is. Let's get an update from Tom. Haven't heard from Tom in a while. He's been all over the place today. Tom, your wind there, do you have a west wind? Has the gust front gone through you, or what do you think?
You know, it's not quite to me yet. I can see the leading edge of the storm is just to my west and northwest, but I still have southeast winds here. But I just look at the radar, it's going to change here. It's probably about a mile or two to my west. The lightning, you know, it's not as frequent as it was earlier. So I don't know. These storms kind of pulse up and down, but we'll see what it does. I'm heading towards more. See what it does as it comes into more. Back to you.
All right, nice job. Okay, so Tom again down. Again, he's down near Blanchard and down through Moore and Norman. He's going to make his way through there and bring this thing in. So we have the whole thing covered. We've had it all covered all day, all evening here, and there it is. Look at that shot. That's a great looking shot. Wow.
That's downtown OKC.
Yeah, that's impressive. And there's your gust front right here. So we'll wait here for a second. We'll see some of the lightning flashes, but a nice view from pretty high up. It's not a view you get to see that often here. And we like it because it's not crazy severe. It's just, you know, thunderstorm. Going to have some small hail and gusty winds, but certainly not out of control. So that is a good thing. Yeah, lightning's pretty intense still. Okay, so and then it just kind of weakens down the line. We can switch radars here for you. Talk about southwestern Oklahoma. Raining in Chickasha. And again, rain and thunderstorms obviously continue all the way down to Cache. Going to have some small hail south sides of Cache, back down to Hollister. And so there's your line. There's your gust front. Well out ahead of it now. Well out ahead of the main line.
Yeah, it wraps back in about Chickasha.
Yeah.
Right. And it'll turn on, let me switch radars here and see how far.
Yeah, no, look.
So Chickasha actually is well, yeah, it's well out ahead. So Blanchard.
All the way.
All the way.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it kills the tornado threat.
Yeah.
It really does.
No, it's over.
It's several miles out ahead of it,
yeah.
the gust front is. And I'll take this down just a little bit further.
It might be back up in here.
By the airport?
Maybe. Maybe. It might be tucked back in, but yeah. So again, that green line, that's just like a mini weak cold front. And whenever that is out ahead of the line, that means your storms have weakened enough and they're losing, they can't sustain the updrafts. And so you get rain-cooled air and it goes rushing out at the surface away from the storm. And it just kills any inflow, which is a good thing. It keeps the tornado threat zero. You're not going to get a tornado with a west wind undercutting and rain-cooled air undercutting the updraft. So you get that. You get rain, you get storms because aloft, several thousand feet up, this thing is still being fed with a southeast jet and a low-level wind. What you got?
We have nickel-sized hail with Hank right now on 40 in Rockwell, I believe he said.
All right.
He's not in the biggest.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go to Hank. And Hank, location coming down I-40. How big's the hail there? Go ahead.
Yeah, David, I-40 in Rockwell. I don't know if you can hear it. We've had sporadic small hail since we've been in El Reno, but as I come into the west side of the city right here, we've got nickels and maybe a little bit bigger now and then. Quite a few dimes and then nickels, but the hail core is a lot heavier here than we've seen all day. So I'm about I-40 in MacArthur here. Heavy rain. I mean, it's beneficial rain, obviously, without all the severe weather, but we may have to deal with a little bit of hail. But as long as it doesn't get any bigger than this, it shouldn't damage anything, David. Back to you.
All right, there we go. So, again, nickel-size hail, and
it's probably bigger down by the Dale plant.
Could be.
Yeah, down near Lillard Park, just south of I-40, David, the hail core. It's either a lot more hail or it's slightly larger in that area.
That's definitely come back up.
Yeah, near Southwest 15th, basically.
Yeah, and this is our live radar here, by the way. This is live.
South of Bob Mills.
This is not delayed. There's Bob Mills right here. And again, this is obviously on I-40, right? And I-44 is right here. So there's I-44. So yeah, there might, over the Dell plant, there might be some Southwest 15th and
right over
State
Bob
Highway
Mills
74.
now. It kind of lunged up to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, it looks like it might have weakened a little bit there. But there's quite a bit of hail in here. Quite a bit of hail.
And Jeremy has a little bit of wind and hail on the west side of Edmond.
Yep, there you go. There's some wind, there's some hail. Let's go back to Jeremy now. And Jeremy, by the way, is in West Edmond. And Jeremy, give us an update. Wind speed, hail size. Go ahead.
Well, so the hail size is probably about pea size. It's just about as mean as anything I've seen all night. And the wind's probably blowing maybe 30, possibly a gust to about 35. So there's a lot of lightning and a lot of thunder. Well, not a lot, but some. So it'll get noisy. You hear the hail pinging on the windows. But really, this has been a real good break for us as far as severe weather here, David. Things are going to go through the city fairly smooth. Back to you.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want. And that's all good news there. We'll take all this rain, take a little bit of some small hail, a little bit of lightning and thunder, but we're certainly not at this point. Yeah, we are not panicking over anything. I mean, we're just taking everything in and watching it here mile by mile. You can see these hail cores. There's where Jeremy is. There's Rose Creek, right? Addition and golf course. And there's Edmond Santa Fe High School, Northwest 164th, Edmond Road. This is all hail in here. That's going to be all hail from Kelly Avenue, really all the way back to Western, and then it kind of fades back in there. Just updated here on us. And this is all just going to be small hail. Winds in here are going to be around 30, maybe 40 miles per hour. So pockets of hail, okay?
Pea size just west of Lake Hefner, MacArthur. Just got a message about that.
Okay, you just got a message on, okay.
Yeah, so people that are waking up, you're hearing it. That's the hail so far.
That's it.
Nothing too damaging.
No.
I keep looking at the Mesonet site in Guthrie. They're consistently getting winds in Guthrie over 40. I've had some gusts to 45.
Okay, west?
And, yeah, it's a west wind. West to southwest wind.
Okay.
So definitely windy right now in Logan County.
Yeah, and I think the heaviest is east of them, right? How close is it?
Now it is, yes.
Yeah, so they're in behind it. But yeah, okay. All right, so again, small hail moving through the city, lightning and thunder. How much lightning do we have in that box? What's it look like? Okay, still some lightning. So it's still loud, running from Edmond, northwest Oklahoma City, west Oklahoma City, southwest Oklahoma City. All right, and now crossing, about ready to come up on crossing Broadway Extension, coming up on I-35, which is right here. I-35, it's almost to there. Lots of good rains, moving across the city. You pick up a good half to maybe an inch. And some places might pick up a little bit more. That'd be good. Now raining at Will Rogers. Might have some flight delays for those that are trying to get in here tonight. That late night flight. Maybe it's too late.
I don't think there's any flights this late.
You don't think so?
Not 146.
No. They don't have a red eye or something? No. Are you sure?
Yeah, usually.
You done those flights, you know for a fact?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually
said yeah.
the last one's like 11:30 midnight.
Okay.
This guy.
They close everything up about 11:30.
It's Will Rogers World Airport.
That's right. It's international, world, global.
It's international.
Okay. All right, we'll go with that. All right. I know you're trying to find a cheap flight out to Vegas, I'm sure, aren't you? Anyway.
Matter of fact, yeah.
There you go. See? There we go. All right, so small hail. There it is, right over Penn Square Mall, back Northwest Expressway. And it just continues to move east, folks. So we'll kind of give you the big view. We'll back out of this, kind of show you what's going on. A couple showers in the East Metro, solid line of rain and a few thunderstorms moving through the city. Very small hail, some gusty winds, 30, 40 miles per hour, nickel and dime size hail at the largest.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's
Nick was just telling me, the director in the control room, that can you hear me? That
I can now.
Okay. That Cowboy Cam at I-44 has got quite a bit of wind and lightning when you're ready.
All right, let's take a look. Cowboy Cam, bring it up. See what it looks like.
I can do it. He was telling me, and he's telling me to bring it up. I got you, Nick. Give me 2 seconds here. There we go. Here it comes. Get ready. Yeah. So it's zoomed in, and it's bouncing around. So that's basically I-44 and close to I-35.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to look at the trees down here. Yeah, there's 30 to 40 in there. Yeah, it's pretty windy. Okay. And that's right in the middle of everything right now. It's coming into this area, so.
Just had a gust of 46 in Stillwater. I mean, these are below severe limits.
Yeah.
Not damaging winds.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that shot, it's got a little bump to it. Okay. All right, nice shot. That's I-44. There you go. It's wet, it's windy. All right, so Stillwater, let's go back to Stillwater. Now, the heavy rain is in Stillwater currently. Nice rain, just came into town. Up 177, back out 51, Lake McMurtry, Lake Carl Blackwell, over to Glencoe. Pretty good rains in here, quite a bit of lightning and thunder, small hail. And you said the gust was 50 in Stillwater?
46, yeah.
46, okay. All right, well, that won't bring down power lines or anything like that. That's just windy. It's an Oklahoma windy.
Oklahoma windy.
We had a gust today to, over 50, I think. We had a couple of gusts. So, yeah, all right, so that's Stillwater. And then from there, back down to Langston. All right, so let's back out of this and come back south one more time. Moving across the city, hail cores now running from west of Guthrie, south of Seward. Now coming into Edmond. Edmond's getting some hail. There's 2nd Street, north and south of 2nd Street. From 2nd Street all the way up, Boulevard, all the way up to Oak Tree. This is going to be mainly small hail in here, not damaging hail. Lightning and thunder, heavy rain. There's I-35. It's raining now along just east of I-35. And again, that's going to be moving east. Go ahead and lapse that.
Okay. I'll have to zoom out.
Show everybody.
There you go.
Yeah, just kind of what it looks like. Arcadia Lake's next. Raining there lightly. But this is just going to keep chugging east. And this is the heaviest rain. Now, it's going to rain for a while, but the heaviest rain is on the front lip of this, along with the strongest winds, okay? And really where most of the hail is. So the worst part of this is going to be small hail, winds 30 to 40, lightning and thunder. And that kind of updated there a little bit, kind of firmed up.
Yeah, maybe more hail now as it approaches Sooner Road.
Yeah, there's I-35, just now to Sooner Road.
So between Bryant and Sooner, up to Waterloo, down to Covell, essentially.
Yeah. It's pretty
really,
good.
it goes all the way down to, yeah, like you said, 33rd.
Yeah. Well, really. Yeah, there's 2nd. Yeah, that's 33rd. Yeah. Nice little hail core. But it's small hail, right? And it's not, no damaging hail at all, which is great. All right, so that's moving across the city. Okay.
Oh, Robin's texting. Let's see what Robin's
Robin
saying.
Marsh is?
She's got heavy rain. Thanks, Robin.
Gosh,
Let us know how big your hail is, Robin.
Robin Marsh, let it go.
She can't unplug.
Oh.
She watches the 10. She watches storm coverage. She'll be here in probably 30 minutes to get ready for the morning show.
She texted last week during the show, and then she texted me this morning about the pastor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was fun. I watched it.
How big's your hail, Robin? Do you have any hail?
Yeah, come on, Robin. Okay, and we all know where Robin lives. Actually, she... Yeah.
Do we? Are you going to point that out?
No,
Okay.
but she should have hail. No, she should have hail.
Okay.
Small hail, but nothing crazy. Okay, so that's moving east. Okay, it's going to cross I-35 here. It's just going to keep moving east. Everybody gets some hail. Everybody gets a little bit of hail. Lightning and thunder, but nothing out of control. All right, let's back out. We only have 300 customers in Dewey County without power.
Right.
That's it. Heavy rain, going to have, if you have to get out and about, maybe you're thinking about heading off to work or leaving from work, going home or whatever. There's going to be ponding on the roadways, so just take it easy, take it slow. And we don't want you to hydroplane and have a problem here, okay? But nothing tornadic in here, and there's not going to be. Well, this is not going to do that, not with this stuff. Okay, so let's jump out of this.
Okay.
And a couple showers off into eastern Oklahoma County. Trying to go up.
Peas in Edmond, hearing from people in Edmond.
Peas?
Mm-hmm. And Robin actually just texted back peas in Edmond, where she is. So
yeah.
Not damaging, but it's loud. You're going to hear that tinking on your window and
Tell
blowing
Robin.
around.
Tell Robin she has baseballs headed for her house.
Hey,
Just text
Robin,
her.
you have baseballs headed for your house.
Just text her. All right. So from Guthrie down I-35, and then it looks like the hail cores have kind of gone away in the Southwest Metro here, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like they've kind of weakened. All right, let's give everybody the big view here just one more time. No warnings in effect. Everything's moving east. And the rain continues. Thunder, lightning, small hail. Now moving into and making its way across the metro. And 152, it's about right on target. It said in the West Metro about 12:30, and then East Metro is going to be close to 2:30, 3 o'clock when it finally moves out. So forecast was pretty good. Just we didn't have a whole lot of severe weather. We did out earlier with the tornado warnings. We had 3 tornado warnings, or 4, and all began about 10:30, ramped up. We had the tornado warnings in the west, and then it moved east, and yeah, it's just been kind of a downward trend, and we're just kind of holding our own here for the last hour or so. So heavy rain, small hail, quite a bit of lightning and thunder. Any of our trackers have anything here, Justin? I see Tom shot. Let's get an update from Tom Pastrano, and let's bring Tom in here. Tom, give us an update. You're down south. I think you're down pretty close to Norman. That's a pretty good wind there. Give us an update, what you have, what you see. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm in Westmore right now, on 149th and May.
What is it?
And gust front kind of just surged in front of the line. The line of storms, that main line is kind of just slowly creeping towards me. But as it's doing so, it kind of weakens. I haven't seen much. You know, the winds maybe gusting up to 30. The lightning has kind of just held its own, not too much. No hail so far, but yeah, it's just pretty much just all rain right now. Back to you.
All right, Job. What did I call him? I was thinking of Tyler and then, I don't know, Tom.
Tom,
What time is it?
it is 1:54.
Oh,
You're
okay.
on your 12-hour shift is continuing.
No, it's good. It's all good. Meant to say great job, Tom.
Great job, Tom.
Yeah, I'll just combine everything together. It's easier that way. Yes, but that camera is a new camera on News 9 that is facing across the street. So
Awesome.
keep an eye on the new build on the new arena going in. I didn't tell you we got that?
No, sir. We were just noticing behind the scenes a camera that looks amazing that we didn't know about.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've been using it a lot.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'm kidding.
So classic.
No, it was an
Oh,
accident.
I just saw a power flash on our El Reno cam.
Okay.
It was likely due to lightning, but you could see the lightning strike and then definitely a big old arc on our
Okay.
El Reno cam.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go back. I mean, there's quite a bit of lightning in the line, obviously, still. But El Reno, the lightning is. There's still some out here. There's enough.
Yeah. There's no wind out there, but I wonder if that's going to cause some outages. We'll see.
Okay. Yep. So the line picking up speed now. It's going to be shifting quickly east of I-35. At least the heaviest part will be behind it. It's lighter rain. The hail and the gusty winds are really right along where you see the darker the colors here. The reds going into the purples. That's where the rain's going to be heaviest. The lightning's going to be intense. And this is where you're going to see some of the small hail. But folks, this is all just little pockets of small hail. Edmond, all of really East Oklahoma City now, down to South Oklahoma City, down to Moore. Everything moving east at about 35 to 40 miles per hour, actually picking up some speed as it marches east now. Coming in on Arcadia, Spencer, Jones, Luther, you're next. Heavy rain, pick up a good half an inch. Some areas will pick up an inch. And once the heavy rain moves by, it's going to get lighter, and we'll get the lighter wave of rain to come in behind that. Again, no warnings in effect right now. The tornado watch continues along and east of that line. Has the watch been dropped? Still in effect?
Out east?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still in
Still
effect.
going? I figure they might trim it back some. I'd leave the south and southeast.
Yeah,
Maybe.
ahead of the line.
Look at the gust front now. Quickly accelerating.
Yeah, look at the new showers going up right behind it, too.
I know. That's good. It's starting to fill in. Nice. So we're going to have, again, some nice rains out of this for sure. What about rain totals? What have you seen? Let's take a look at this little view in here. Kind of
You
give
want to
us
do radar estimates?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a little contaminated because of the hail, but we can get somewhat of a ballpark. Yeah, 1.3. Okay. Half inch. We'll end up with a good solid half inch for everybody, which is not bad. And if this thing plumes on top of us here tonight, we might see, an inch. So just take all this and bring it east. 3/10, 4/10, maybe half an inch.
Covell and I-35, a report of dime-size hail.
Okay. All right, let's go back to links. With that, we'll switch back, go back to radar here. Let's take a look. Covell and I-35.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right here.
Coming right over Arcadia Lake now. Mm-hmm. Hail course passing by there.
You said Covell?
Covell and I-35, so that northern.
Okay. Yeah, that's
core.
up here. We have the bigger core for sure is down there.
Yep.
Yeah, right across the lake. Yeah, right across the west-southwest finger of the lake, actually. And, okay, Spring Creek Park and all that. So there's your hail core coming in. And then back to the west. But once again, it's very, very small. So no damaging hail, small hail. Trackers are still out. Everything moving off to the east. And look at the banding going on here. It's kind of interesting how it looks. If it were a big day or big night, I'd be like, hang on a second.
Yep.
But it's not. It is what it is.
Some showers still going up over into Lincoln County, Shawnee,
Right.
some light rain.
Yep. And what about lightning in here? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, there's still some lightning strikes, but it's a far cry. What have they done in the last? They kind of went down, back up, and back down
Right.
again.
Yeah, they still keep pulsing.
Yeah. So, okay. All right, so there's your big view. No warnings in effect. This whole line now being undercut by the gust front. So, which means with this line, the way it is right now, there is no risk of a tornado with this. Now, we'll see what happens as this gets later you know, off into eastern and down through southern Oklahoma, gets down there. We still have the dynamics in place, strong jet stream overhead. We certainly can't close the book on it. But right now, this poses no threat of a tornado. The gust front is now advancing east and undercutting the line of storms. Heaviest rain is on the front lip, followed by the most intense lightning, followed by the hail. And right now, the hail sizes are all pretty small.
I'm going to go into your show and show you the latest. You were asking about this.
Okay, this is what's left of it. Well, this is all gone out of it now. Take all that out. Yeah, and then this will be what's left. And then we'll see what the line does as it gets farther east and what it tries to do over in here. But right now, this is a no-go for us, for Oklahoma City, and for southwestern Oklahoma. It's nope, not going to happen. All right, so there's your line, advancing east, heavy rain, gusty winds, small hail, but that is it, folks. So there you go. And from Stillwater back to the metro, it's going to Shawnee, not severe, going to Norman, not severe, and it won't be severe either. When it gets to Shawnee, it's just going to keep moving east, and then down the line, down to Chickasha and down to Lawton. Okay? So just keeps pressing east. Pressing east for sure. Any other reports from around the metro you guys have seen? Anything crazy?
Everything I keep seeing is pea-size hail reports, and there are a lot of them. I mean, there's been a lot of people have had hail and woken up to the sound of hail, but I haven't seen anything bigger than pea anywhere.
All right. Well,
yeah, which is great. The lightning's still waking people up, people joining us. Colby Thielen, our morning show anchor, he just texted me, said he didn't need an alarm this morning thanks to the tinks on his window.
Oh,
so good morning, Colby.
That Colby guy.
Yep.
He's been up all night anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
He's glued to the TV.
He doesn't sleep. This is his kind of TV, too. Live and no script. What now?
Velocity data, just looking at the winds.
Yeah.
Winds are still 35, 40.
It was a little tiny. Remember that little peak? It said Covell, and up there with Jeremy.
Right.
Right there. I mean, it's nothing. I get it, but it's still something, I guess. But there's a little bit of that, yeah.
I mean, we're sitting pretty when that's the strongest thing on radar that we're looking at.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Other than the rain coming in.
Hey, here's the deal. We had at least 3 or 4 tornado warnings. No tornadoes. Touchdown again, like we did yesterday. So we're starting out, you know, with an active March, but so far we haven't had any tornadoes. So we're doing all right. We've had the warnings, you bet, yesterday and today. But no. So there it is. Everything, again, moving east. Pretty good clip now. It's starting to make that push. But the rain's going to continue. Look at the rain now coming out of Caddo County. Did you see that down here? Really starting to plume up. Look at this. I mean, that's going to come across the city. I mean, that's going to make its way through here. So it's all good. That's great.
Yeah, going over observations of hail, like Lacey was mentioning, a lot of pea to dime size, but there was a 1-inch hail report there on Meridian and 40 as that one core that went over Mustang that went up towards the Dell. There was a 1-inch hail report right there.
I believe that.
Like it on radar, yeah.
Yeah, it did. It was going white on us on the radar out of the black.
That's the largest hailstone that I can see here in the metro that's been reported.
Yeah, I believe that. Okay, so the gust front, the green line, undercutting all the storms in southwestern Oklahoma. Rain, heavy rain, very small hail, lightning and thunder from there all the way back down to east of Frederick, west of Lawton. Nice rains up to Chickasha. Now coming into Norman and more. Let's go back to the metro and talk about what's happening again across the south metro here. And again, let's jump back into more here. And there's your gust front. So heavy rain, Moore, Norman. Tom's in that. Let's go to Tom Pastrano. He just had some hail pretty close to him or go over him. Tom, did you have any hail in the last 10 to 15 minutes? Small hail? Go ahead.
Yeah, David, I think that was just to my east. So what happened was this storm, it surged out to I-35, and then right behind it, a big storm just blew up, and I could see all the lightning. So I'm actually heading east now, and the rain's intensifying, and the lightning is also intensifying. So that storm is getting bigger along that gust front. Back to you.
Good job. And again, the hail core is just to his east, and even that, it's a small hail core. All right, back to Lynx 1, and I'll tell you what, there you go. There goes that storm going over Lake Stanley Draper here shortly, going down 37, keeps making its way east. It'll cross 77. Norman, your rain's coming. Very small hail. No damaging hail, no damaging winds, lightning, thunder. Nothing tornadic. We're doing okay. No warnings in effect. We like it like that. But everything again now in the East Metro, now over Midwest City and Del City and Tinker Air Force Base. And there you go. Everything's moving off to the east. So dynamics have been in place today. Just the dew point temperatures. I think the moisture was a little bit lacking, a little bit, because the dynamics were certainly there. And, you know, we got to like 61, 62 degrees. That's so close to, you know, you just got to get almost warmer than that. You get to 64, 65 degrees, and then that's a game changer sometimes. But at least you're dealing with like a warm front, or you can get tornadoes in the 50s if you have a crazy warm front. But, yeah. So anyway, hey, we'll take good rains and no severe weather for Oklahoma City. It's all good. Okay, I see 200 customers without power in Caddo County. It's kind of a delayed report maybe or something. Well, they've got some lightning down there, I guess.
Still some lightning, and it has been delayed, kind of trickling in.
Yeah.
But nothing extensive as far as power outages go, that's for sure.
Right.
And I'll go back here and just show you, where do I have that? I have that on links 2. I'll punch it up here in just a second. Show you if you can take links to control room of the dew points down in the basically south central Oklahoma.
Still low.
Down into the low, or up into the low 60s, and that's the highest, 63 degrees, 62 Ardmore.
Yeah.
And look how quickly everything's dropped off out west, of course, with that dry punch coming in.
Yeah.
12 degrees in Arnett.
Yeah, there's your, nice behind the dry line. And look at even down here in Durant, I mean, 59 dew point. Really, a lot of the data was saying we'd get to like 64, 65 down here.
Yeah.
And that's not happening.
Not off by much, but enough.
Enough at this point. Yeah, it does. You know, it's all about the ingredients and how good the ingredients are. So, all right, back to Links 1. Everything again moving east across now into the East Metro. How's our lightning looking right now? Perkins, Langston, Meridian. Boy, not very many strikes.
That's half of what it was 45 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago even.
Yeah, it's coming way down. Okay, so lightning again, moving from west to east. There goes the heaviest rain. There goes the small hail. But it's still going to rain for another couple of hours in Oklahoma City. This plume coming out now of Caddo County, it's going to ride in behind this wave, and then that'll be moving across the city. So, but the most intense part of the storms, and they're not that intense at all, again, running from west of Cushing back down and near Luther, and then from there back down to Norman, and then down to and just west of Rush Springs. But everything advancing east, small hail, lightning, and thunder, but nothing out of control. No warnings in effect. The tornado watch continues, but it's beginning to wind down. Folks, we're going to take a break. We're going to regroup. We will be back. Nothing crazy right now. No severe weather underway. We like it like that. Stay